Today, we're diving into the incredible journey of Ronnie Colman, the legendary bodybuilder who went from winning the Mr. Olympia title to fighting for mobility in a wheelchair. Ronnie Colman is one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, who dominated the sport for over a decade and achieved a physique that was unmatched by anyone else. But behind his success and glory, there was also a dark side, a series of injuries and surgeries that took a toll on his body and left him struggling to walk. Welcome back to another episode of Inspiring Stories, where we explore the amazing journeys of some of the most influential people in the world of fitness and bodybuilding. In this video, we'll take a look at how Ronnie Colman rose to fame, how he transformed his body, how he faced his challenges, and how he continues to inspire millions of people around the world. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired by Ronnie Colman's fight. Ronnie Colman was born on May 13, 1964, in Monroe, Louisiana. He grew up in a poor family and had a humble upbringing. He was always interested in sports and excelled in football, basketball, and baseball. He attended Grambling State University on a football scholarship and graduated with a degree in accounting. He then moved to Texas and became a police officer. But Ronnie Colman had another passion: bodybuilding. He started lifting weights at the age of 12 and never stopped. He joined Metroflex Gym in Arlington, Texas, where he met Brian Dobson, the owner of the gym and a former bodybuilder himself. Dobson saw the potential in Colman and offered him a free lifetime membership if he agreed to compete in the Mr. Texas bodybuilding contest. Colman accepted the offer and won his first competition. That was the beginning of his professional bodybuilding career. He went on to compete in several national and international events and qualified for the Mr. Olympia contest in 1992. Mr. Olympia is the most prestigious title in bodybuilding, where only the best of the best compete for the ultimate glory. Ronnie Colman had a dream of winning Mr. Olympia, but he faced tough competition from other legends like Dorian Yates, Flex Wheeler, Sean Ray, and Kevin Levrone. He placed 6th in his first Mr. Olympia appearance and continued to improve his ranking over the years. He finally achieved his dream in 1998 when he defeated Flex Wheeler by 1 point and became Mr. Olympia for the first time. He then went on to win Mr. Olympia 8 times in a row, tying the record of Lee Haney for the most wins in history. He also won 26 IFBB titles. Ronnie Colman's prime physique was something that no one had ever seen before. He had a combination of size, symmetry, definition, and strength that was unmatched by anyone else. He weighed over 300 pounds with less than 10% body fat. He had 22-inch arms, 58-inch chest, 36-inch waist, 36-inch thighs, and 22-inch calves. He had veins popping out everywhere and muscles on top of muscles. He was also incredibly strong. He could bench press over 500 pounds, squat over 800 pounds, deadlift over 800 pounds, and curl over 200 pounds. He was known for his grueling workout routines that involved heavy lifting and powerlifting. He trained 6 days a week for 2 to 3 hours each session. He followed a split routine that focused on different muscle groups each day. He did not shy away from lifting as much weight as possible and pushing himself to the limit. He also followed a strict diet that consisted of high protein, moderate carbs, and low fat. He ate 6 to 7 meals a day, totaling over 5,000 calories. He consumed mostly chicken, fish, beef, rice, potatoes, vegetables, eggs, cheese, and protein shakes. He also used supplements such as creatine, glutamine, BCAAs, multivitamins, and fish oil. Ronnie Colman's physical transformation was remarkable. He went from being a skinny kid who weighed 135 pounds to being a massive monster who weighed over 300 pounds. He achieved what many people thought was impossible. He became the best bodybuilder in the world. But Ronnie Colman's glory days did not last forever. His intense training and heavy lifting took a toll on his body and caused him to suffer from severe injuries and chronic pain. He had been dealing with minor injuries throughout his career, such as torn muscles, sprains, strains, and inflammation. He often ignored the pain and continued to train hard, thinking that it was part of the game. He also did not seek proper medical attention or follow the advice of his doctors. He believed that he could heal himself with rest, ice, and supplements. But in 2007, he faced a major injury that changed his life forever. He was preparing for his 9th Mr. Olympia title when he felt a sharp pain in his lower back during a squat session. He ignored the pain and finished his workout, but later found out that he had a herniated disc in his spine. A herniated disc occurs when the soft inner material of a disc bulges out through a tear in the outer layer. This can compress the nerves and cause pain, numbness, weakness, or paralysis. Ronnie Colman did not realize the seriousness of his injury and decided to compete anyway. He He placed fourth in Mr. Olympia that year, ending his winning streak. He then underwent his first surgery to repair his disc, but that was not the end of his problems. His injury triggered a cascade of complications that affected his entire spine and other joints. He developed spinal stenosis, which is a narrowing of the spinal canal that puts pressure on the spinal cord and nerves. He also developed degenerative disc disease, which is a breakdown of the discs that cushion the vertebrae. He also suffered from multiple fractures, bone spurs, arthritis, scoliosis, and nerve damage. He had to undergo several more surgeries to fix his spine, including spinal fusion, laminectomy, discectomy, and artificial disc replacement. He also had surgeries on his hips, shoulders, and neck. He spent countless hours in hospitals, operating rooms, recovery rooms, and physical therapy clinics. He endured excruciating pain, infections, blood clots, nerve damage, muscle loss, weight loss, and depression. He had to use crutches, walkers, canes, braces, and wheelchairs to move around. He went from being one of the strongest men on the planet to being one of the most fragile. But Ronnie Colman did not give up on his passion for bodybuilding and fitness. He refused to accept his fate and decided to fight for his mobility and health. He continued to train despite his limitations and challenges. He modified his workouts to suit his condition and used lighter weights and machines. He focused on maintaining his muscle mass and strength as much as possible. He also followed a healthy diet that consisted of lean protein, complex carbs, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, and supplements. He also used various therapies to help him recover and heal. He used massage therapy, acupuncture therapy, chiropractic therapy, hydrotherapy, cryotherapy, and stem cell therapy. He also consulted with different doctors and specialists to find the best solutions for his problems. He also maintained a positive attitude and outlook on life. He did not let his pain or disability define him or stop him from pursuing his goals. He stayed optimistic, hopeful, and grateful for what he had. He also found support and motivation from his family, friends, fans, and fellow bodybuilders. He received messages of love, encouragement, and admiration from people all over the world. He also shared his journey and progress on social media platforms, such as Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. He also inspired millions of people with his story and his fight. He showed them that nothing is impossible if you have the willpower, determination, and passion to overcome any obstacle. Ronnie Colman's current health and mobility status is not very good. He still suffers from chronic pain and nerve damage. He still relies on a wheelchair and crutches to move around. He still faces the risk of losing his ability to walk or even stand. He has undergone over 13 surgeries on his spine and other joints. His last surgery was in 2020, when he had a 6-hour operation to remove hardware from his previous surgeries that was causing him infections. He still needs more surgeries in the future to fix his spine and hips. He also needs more physical therapy and rehabilitation to regain his mobility and function. But Ronnie Colman does not let his condition stop him from living his life. He still trains at the gym every day for 2 hours. He still travels around the world to attend events, seminars, expos, and competitions. He still runs his own supplement company called Ronnie Colman's Signature Series. He still enjoys spending time with his wife Susan and their 4 children, Valencia, Jamilia, Ronnie Jr., and Deja. He still loves watching movies, listening to music, reading books, and playing video games. He still has a smile on his face and a sparkle in his eyes. He still has a passion for bodybuilding and fitness. He still has a dream of walking again without any assistance. Ronnie Colman's fight is not over yet. He still has a long way to go before he can fully recover from his injuries and regain his mobility. He still faces many challenges and difficulties along the way. But Ronnie Colman is not giving up on his fight. He's not giving up on himself or his goals. He's not giving up on his fans or his legacy. He is determined to keep fighting until he wins. He is determined to keep training until he improves. He is determined to keep living until he fulfills. He is determined to prove everyone wrong who doubted him or wrote him off. He is determined to prove himself right who believed in him or supported him. He is determined to show the world what he is made of. He is determined to show the world what he can do. He is determined to show the world that he is Ronnie Colman, the king of bodybuilding, the legend of fitness, the fighter of life. Ronnie Colman's impact on bodybuilding and fitness is undeniable. He has changed the game forever with his physique, performance, and personality. He has set new standards for size, strength, and conditioning that have inspired generations of bodybuilders and athletes. He has shown what is possible with hard work, dedication, and passion. He has also influenced the culture and industry of bodybuilding and fitness. He has popularized phrases such as "yeah buddy," "lightweight baby," and "ain't nothing but a peanut." He has created his own line of supplements and apparel that have helped millions of people achieve their fitness goals. He has also been a role model and mentor for many aspiring bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts. He has shared his knowledge, experience, and wisdom with them through his videos, books, podcasts, and seminars. He has also supported various causes and charities that promote health, wellness, and education. Ronnie Colman's impact on bodybuilding and fitness is immense. He has left a mark that will never be erased. He has made a difference that will never be forgotten. Ronnie Colman's journey is incredible. He has gone from being a skinny kid who loved sports, to being a police officer who discovered bodybuilding, to being a legend who dominated the sport, to being a fighter who battles for his mobility. He has faced many highs and lows in his life. He has experienced success and failure, joy and pain, glory and tragedy. He has overcome many obstacles and challenges in his way, but through it all, he has never given up on his dreams. He has never lost his passion for bodybuilding and fitness. He has never stopped inspiring millions of people around the world. Ronnie Colman's journey is inspiring. He teaches us that nothing is impossible if we have the willpower, determination, and passion to pursue our goals. He shows us that we can overcome any adversity if we have the resilience, courage, and faith to face our challenges. He reminds us that we can make a difference if we have the impact, influence, and legacy to inspire others. Ronnie Colman's journey is not over yet. He still has more to achieve, more to improve, more to share. He still has more to fight for.